Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about how to cultivate pride, how to be someone worth living as, and the importance of pursuing virtues and being the best person that you can be, trying to improve your own mind, your own pursuit of happiness, your own way of looking at the world, and just to make yourself into the most virtuous person possible. And that's extremely important because pride is an extremely important virtue, because it makes it feel that you deserve to live in this world. You're efficacious. You have ability to achieve happiness. You have the ability to be a happy person. You have the ability to achieve your values because you have virtues. You have values worth achieving. You have your happiness is worth achieving, and these are all super important. And this is why you want to be someone worth living as. You want to be a virtuous person. You want to cultivate your virtues, because here's the thing: you're not always going to achieve your values. You're not always going to. Well, I shouldn't say it like that, because if you act virtuously, you're going to achieve your values in the long term. But you're not going to always achieve these values short term. You're not always going to achieve these things right now. There's going to be times in your life where you fail. There's going to be times where something unlucky happens. And in those instances, you want to be someone worth living as. You want to be able to look at these instances and say, I did all that I could. I did everything right here. But whatever uncertainty exists in the world, whatever uncertainty exists, that happened. And I can accept that and move forward knowing that I am a virtuous person and I will achieve happiness in the future. And this is why it's so important to cultivate virtues. It's important to be honest. It's important to be authentic. It's important to treat people how they deserve to be treated. Basically all of the objectivist virtues. I'm just giving a couple lists of them. Most importantly, but it's important to be rational. It's to look at the world objectively and be scrupulously honest with every aspect of reality. Because then you'll be able to, even in the event of failure, look yourself in the mirror and know that you did everything right. And because that's really, at the end of the day, that's all you have is yourself. All you have is your own mind, your own body, your own self, basically, your own ego, I guess. And if you fail, which is probably going to happen someday if you're taking risks and pursuing your values in the world, there's going to be stumbling blocks. There's going to be hard times. I think everybody understands this. Everybody knows this. This is not something that is new to people. But you want to be able to. Those things can only cut so deep. Only let those things cut so deep. You need to have an underlying sense of pride in yourself, an underlying idea that you deserve these things. Now, it can't just be like, oh, I deserve these things because, and then blank out. You need to have a reason. You need to understand that you are a virtuous person, because if you blank out when you're explaining why you're a virtuous person or why you deserve happiness, you'll never actually believe that. You need to understand. You need to have reasons. Everything that you know, every belief that you have needs to be tied to reality. Otherwise, credible doubt takes over. I've talked about this in other videos, and mostly in relation to God, but in this case, it's in relation to pride. If you have no real basis for your pride, you're going to constantly have credible doubt about your pride. You won't actually believe that you deserve to live. You won't actually believe that you deserve to achieve happiness. You need to understand that you are being an honest person, or you're honestly pursuing your values, and you're fully committed to rationality. And that's that's basically what moral perfection is. Because the thing is, you exist in a context, you exist in reality. And moral perfection is basically saying that you are perfectly rational in every situation. Now, this is not to say that everything's going to go right, because that's not possible. You're going to have errors of knowledge. You're going to have, your mind is limited. You only have a certain amount of time to be rational and think about the world and form concepts. You only have a certain amount of time, so there's going to be errors of knowledge, or there's going to be things out of your control that happen to you. Accept those things. Just accept them as fact and move on. That's a lot easier to do when you know that you are doing everything right, that when you know that you are being fully rational when you're looking at the world, when you know you're not letting any evasion sneak in, you're not letting any unclear concepts just drift into your head and become a central point of your beliefs. You're not, in other words, you're not basing anything of importance off ideas that you haven't considered. You need to be rational in this sense. You want to be someone worth living as. That's the title of this video. Like sometimes, I don't know, sometimes something bad will happen. It'll be a bad day, and a lot of times that, like, it gets you down quite a bit. But when you go to bed, you need to be able to close your eyes and know that it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's just one thing. This is not the general trend of life. The general trend of life is that I am a virtuous person and I will achieve my values if I continue at this rate, if I continue being honest, if I continue being rational, if I continue thinking about reality and acting in accordance to reason, I will achieve my values. And when you can do that, when you can realize that you're a good person, you will be a lot happier. You will be able to achieve happiness, because what happiness is this underlying state that at the end of the day, when everything goes bad, you still are calm, you're still peaceful here, you're still good with the point that you're at, because really all you have is yourself. That's all you really have in this world is yourself. That's not as clear as I might want it to be, but there's a point that I'm trying to get at there when I'm saying that. That's who you are. Like, you are yourself, and you need to be able to look to yourself as this idea of somebody who can achieve happiness, as someone deserving of happiness, and as someone who is happy, as someone who belongs in this world. And that's, I don't know, I can't state that enough. That's so, it's such an important principle to be able, I don't know how to put this into words very well. Like sometimes, I don't know, I'll just be going to bed after a bad day and just close your eyes and realize that regardless of what's going on out there, regardless of whatever bad things are going on out in the world right now, I still have myself. I still have my life. I still have my virtues, my true beliefs, everything that I have that I know is true and virtuous, contained within myself. Now, I'm not perfect by any means, but I am pursuing perfection. I am being authentic. Those are the things that I value in myself. And I think that's the thing that you want to pursue. You want to pursue these virtues so that you can be someone worth living as. But yeah, I hope a lot of that made sense. This is kind of a not super new idea, but something that I've been thinking about lately and trying to figure out good ways to put it into words. And I think this was a good experience of putting this into words. I hope some people got value out of this. Pursue virtues, be someone worth living as. And with that, I think that's all I have to say for today. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.